Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are well, wherever it is that you may be around the world. Prem show, midweek clashes to go through. Ram will be joining us a bit later in the show as well. We will be doing the match preview tonight for the Leeds versus Chelsea game, which I am going to. I'm going to as well. So two streams for you today. Double streams on GNA TV today. Like I said, match preview for the Chelsea game will be a bit later on in the show. But we are going to quickly just read some quick news on the new owners while we're waiting for Ram. But make sure you're smashing the like button, guys. Subscribe if you're new to GNA TV as well. Big up everyone that's already in the chat as well. Hope you're having a blessed day. But before we move forward, you know what time it is. Let's cue that intro. Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are well, wherever it is that you may be around the world. And we've got lots of football happening, not only today, tomorrow as well, and even Thursday. So today, tomorrow, and Thursday, some big games to go through as well. Ram will be joining me at sort of some point very soon as well. Hope everyone's well in the chat. Big up to you all. Big up to every single person that's coming in slowly and surely. But we are going to delve quickly into some news on Todd Boehly before we go into that. And that news is pretty straightforward here. Quick news is Clearlake Capital have thrown their weight behind Todd Boehly to be the consortium's chief, highlighting major faith in his judgment. So they're basically willing to throw a lot of funds. And when they say weight, for me, that pretty much means that not only do they trust Todd Boehly, but they're also looking to throw a lot of funds into what his idea is moving forward for Chelsea Football Club. And these are things that I think are going to be interesting. Todd Boehly will become Chelsea's controlling owner with the American-Swiss consortium complete their takeover. Clearlake Capital co-founder Begdad Eghali will work closely with Todd Boehly and take an active role in major financial decisions, which he will because he owns, and people don't know this already, the owner of Clearlake Capital is a name of a guy called Begdad Eghali. He is the official owner of Clearlake Capital. So that's good news. That's good news from a Chelsea perspective. Still waiting for an announcement officially that Todd Boehly is the new owner. We know that he's still waiting on two things to be sorted. One, his OD test, which is something that he's probably still going through now. And secondly, is the approval from the government, which we're still waiting on to come through as well. So two things that I expect to be sorted slowly but surely soon. There's a lot of talks around transfers, and I know we haven't had a transfer talk show yet as well. Something that we will go into, but there's been talks of the likes of people like Koulibaly, Tchouameni, Jules Koundé, Ousmane Dembele, Neymar. All these kind of high-profile players that are being linked to this football club, and Todd Boehly's supposed words to the board was that we need to be aggressive this summer, and that we're expecting a very busy summer ahead as Chelsea fans. Later on tonight, we'll be doing the Leeds and Chelsea preview show, so we'll talk more and more detail about Chelsea, guys. Today's show, or should we say, this afternoon show is based upon the Premier League games that we've got coming through midweek all the way to Thursday. There is some very good games coming on as well, but we will be coming back and talking about transfers, Todd Boehly, the game tomorrow, which I'm going to as well. So lots going on down there. Over 33 of you guys here, though. Make sure you smash the like button, guys. Let's get them likes up, man. Let's get them likes up. Talking about Chelsea, and we're going to obviously talk about them in the match preview later on. We've also got to talk about their position and stance in the table. We'll do that in a second. I want to see Ramis for a second because he was meant to be see where he is. So he's late, man. I'm going to have to sack this guy. You're going to have to sack this guy. I just messaged him. Where are you? Where are you, Ram? Where are you? So we're going to talk Prem, guys. That's what we're here to do. We're going to talk Prem. We'll come back to this news in and around what we've just bought here in regards to. I'll just check to see if there's anything else actually while we're here. Clear let go to a firm their weight. We already know about that. Todd Boehly will become Chelsea's controlling owner. We already know about that as well. Let's give some likes. Marl Waters and Hanshaw's fix will assume more of a supportive role in the Chelsea ownership structure. Basically, here is our funds. Take them and go and do what you need to do to make us successful. Again, Todd Boehly being the main leader of that as well. So, little bits and bobs. From there, but we are talking Premier League, guys, and that's what we're here to do. So we're going to quickly switch over to the league table because at the moment it's getting tight, especially from a Chelsea point of view. City, with their win, are 3 points away from Liverpool with a superior goal difference as well, 4 goals against. Liverpool winning their games or winning a game and say Man City losing would still not really allow them to overtake Man City unless they outscore them on the goal difference. So they're going to need to score at least 4 goals to get themselves above them at the moment. It looks like a hard task for them. Is it over? For me personally, I think Man City, it is for Man City's to lose now. I do expect Man City to move forward and, lift that title. Something that I expect to be done or confirmed soon. I think Liverpool have done very well to sort of run them to the ground to try and provide that sort of fight, should we say, which we have had a massive fight as well. And then you look at the likes of Chelsea. Now, not in great form. Last 3 games, drawn 2, lost 1. They obviously won only 1 game in the last 5 games. Chelsea, 67 points. They have allowed the likes of Arsenal, who are 1 point behind, in great form, 4 wins in a row again for Arsenal, to be within 1 point of them. 1 more loss for Chelsea would officially kick them from 3rd into 4th. And that's without the likes of Tottenham going on and doing their bit and winning the games that they have left as well. So there's a lot still to play for. If you're Tottenham, if you're Arsenal, they're still kind of fighting it out between them, shall we say, in regards to trying to get top 4. But looking at it, it's still very tight. Arsenal are in a good position right now because they're 4 points ahead and there's only 3 games left. I don't see Arsenal dropping 4th right now. It depends. And even if we look at quickly their games left, the big one is the North London derby, which we're going to be talking about, which is kicking off that. Tottenham have to win that game. If Arsenal get away with any ounce of win in that game, Tottenham are done. Tottenham are done at it. They're in Europa League. They're going to be in a Europa League position for sure. For me, it's a must-win for Tottenham to close that gap down from 4 points to that 1 point. But then Arsenal have got Newcastle away, which is never an easy game. Everton have somehow picked form up recently. Arsenal are at home on that one. So 3 games, where could they potentially drop points? Newcastle, I think, is going to be a tough one for them. But Tottenham is a must-win. If they win against Tottenham, then they can rest for the Newcastle Everton. If they lose to Tottenham, then they're in. It's looking peak for them. It's looking peak for them. And in terms of Tottenham, they drew with Liverpool, nearly beat them. They've only got Tottenham. They've only got Burnley and Norwich. That's 6 points in the bag for Tottenham. So for Tottenham, they have to win every single game to the end of the season and hope that Arsenal slip up against Newcastle or Everton. More so, I'd say, the Newcastle game than anything else. So lots to play for, guys. Lots to play for moving forward into this as well. I ain't going to talk about the likes of Man United. They're out of it, West Ham. But then at the bottom, we already know that Norwich are out. Watford pretty much relegated as well. And then it falls to Leeds, Burnley and Everton. Now, Everton has still got that game in hand. And they won their last 2 games. They're up 35 points, pulling away from that relegation area. Still going to have to win their next 4 games, I believe, to pull away. But Leeds have got Chelsea, which is a big game for them. They'll be fighting to try and stay up. And Burnley, on the other hand, who are in good form, are still going to be trying to keep themselves up a riff as well. So lots and lots of games to go through, guys. Lots to go through, guys. Nick Blue, I've had this conversation with you, mate. If you want to talk to me, message me on DM, but I've already explained to you the scenario already. I I don't really want to have to keep going back into it, mate. I'm trying to do a stream. Just let me get on with what I need to do here. If you want to speak to me, you can message me directly. But again, I've told you my stance, so you should just respect the scenario. And, you know, some of the things I heard in your space as well wasn't good for me, mate. So please let me just concentrate on the channel and what I'm here to do. And I'm not here to be dealing with stuff. I'm here to just bring people, you know, shows, bring people football, talk about Chelsea, talk about football. Like, let me just stick to that. Matty, big up to you, says Ram always late. Performance management is needed. It's exactly that. It is exactly that. Super Lamps putting his haters to shame is what Athan is saying as well. Yeah, lots to go through, but we are going to quickly, and it's a shame Ram's not here yet. He's a letdown, isn't he? Because I wanted to just quickly go through the games last week, but he's got the breakdown of the scores. So without him here, I can't remember what I picked, but Brentford beat Southampton 3-0. Yeah, Ram's a letdown, man. Ram is a letdown, and we have to replace him, I think. I think we're going to have to replace. Ram. What do you think, guys? Oh, actually, he's messaged me. Sorry, mate. Just logging in. Just logging in. He's just logging in. He's messaged me. Big up to Gabriel in the house, Texas. Ram is on his way. Let's wait for him for a second. He's just logging in. Marshall's in the house. Big up to you as well. Jamie Phillips is in the house as well. Big up to you, my guy. Hope you're well. You can check him out as well on YouTube. Yeah, we're going to just quickly break down the games that were happened, and then we're going to go into the games for this week. Potential combined 11. Potential combined 11 as well. So we'll have to see what happens with that. All good, bro. All good. I hope you're all well. But a busy day. I'm moving house in 3 weeks, guys. You'll see me in a new setting. I won't be in here. I'll be in a new house. Obviously, it'll be the end of the footballing period, but it'll be transfer talk and new. And like we did last year with transfers, we're expecting a big transfer window for Chelsea. We will be going through all the transfer news throughout the summer in regards to Chelsea Football Club. As always, I will bring it with to you guys as we speak, go through the tweets. Such a big summer for Chelsea. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what our new owners do when they come in and you know, and show us, you know, and show us their intent, which is the most important thing. Are they going to show us their intent and who they bring? So all of that to come at a later stage. So make sure you continue smashing the like button, guys. Subscribe. Get this over 30 likes. Only 24 likes. We should be over 30 by now, guys. 41 of you guys here. Nearly 50 of you guys here. Ram, where are you? Ram, where are you, Ram? Mr. Ram? He said he's logging in. He said he's logging in, guys. I want to start the show, but there's no point in me going through these glimmering scores until Ram turns up and gives us an idea of what it is. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, bro. I appreciate your support as always. Yeah, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. It does mean a lot to me. Andre, big up to you as well. D-Stretch saying, big up my brother Jim. Big up to you, my guy. Come on, Ram. Fuck me. What you doing, mate? I've got 45, nearly 50 people here. I can't even start the show properly because of Ram. If you've got any questions in the chat, guys, just fire some quick questions at me and I'll try and answer them while we're waiting for Ram. Quick fire questions to Jim. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going until Ram turns up. Ram's on his way home from Anfield or not because he's never been to watch his team. Ram's a fake Liverpool fan. He's one of these, not like Jamie Phillips. Jamie Phillips is proper Liverpool. Ram is just a fake guy. You know, plays FIFA, watches videos on his video thingy. You know, watches like the old games and pretends to know about them, but hasn't been to a game. It's not good, Ram. It's not good. Ram acting a bit like Liverpool not turning up. That's not nice. Declared. Why have a dig at the Liverpool fans, man? Why have a dig? Athan's saying he feels so disjointed from Chelsea players until now. These lot are embarrassing. I feel that. There's a couple of people across social media that I feel not one with this team, and that's maybe to do with performances, maybe the way that we've been set up by certain personnel. Playing for contracts could be an argument. Were they playing for their contracts? I think potentially some of them are. I don't want to start talking about it too much. Remember, I said to you guys, preview tonight for the Chelsea versus Leeds or Leeds versus Chelsea game later on. He says he's logging in. Let me message again. If you've got any quick fire question, guys, let me know. Let me know if you've got any quick fire questions. Listen, Sosa. That's what we've become. And do you know what? I'm going to that game. I'm driving 2.5 to nearly 3 hours to get my arse down to Leeds. Am I looking forward to it? Not massively. Not in the way that we're playing at the moment. But at the same time, we could absolutely cement Leeds into the ground. We could bury them in relegation with a win. Ram, what time do you call this, mate? What time do you call this? Like, it's becoming a bit of a now. Like, I need you on. There's people in the chat saying, should we replace Ram? Should we bring someone else in that's on time? I said, if you were working for me, Ram, you'd get sacked right now. Turning up late all the time. Mate.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What about Haaland and City? Yeah, very scary. I think could be a problem for the league and for everyone. But quick thoughts on that, Ram? Haaland to City? You scared?
I don't want to talk about it, man. I don't want to talk about it. It's going to be pain. That's all I've got to say.
No, this makes me feel sick in my mouth. I can't believe this. There was an actual article brought out on this. It makes no sense. It's probably the biggest load of bullshit I've ever heard in my life. I'm not even going to entertain it. Harry Maguire to Chelsea's not happening. But Ram, have you got your pad in front of you so we can check last week's games? Well, you're muted, so I can't hear what you're saying right now.
Yeah, just give me a minute. I'm getting the thing out. Yeah,
give him a minute. I'm giving him 15 minutes, guys. Over 65 of you. We've given him 15 minutes.
15 minutes. I got it right here. It's fine. It's all good.
All right. So let's quickly fly through so we can get into the games. Let's start with the game at Brentford and Southampton. 3-0. Who went where? Who picked what?
I got it right because I said 2-1. You said 1-1. So
okay.
Blood to me.
I didn't watch the game, but that doesn't surprise me. Southampton have gone to pot since Livermento's got injured. Bro has not been kicking the same as well. So not a surprise there on that one. What about this one? 3-1, Burnley, Aston Villa.
We both got it wrong because we both thought, you thought Burnley were going to win. I thought they were going to draw. So
3-1. It just seems like with Aston Villa, they have the players, but they turn up when they want. Do you know what I mean?
They're clinical when they want. That's the right.
They're clinical where they want. I don't really want to talk about this game, but 2-2 with Wolves.
Yeah, I got it right. I got the score right in terms it's going to be a draw. You were almost right because it was 2-0 for the majority of the game, and then until they made it come.
Yeah. Forget that. We move. Crystal Palace, Watford.
Yeah, we both got it right. We said 2-0. It was 1-0. Should have been 2-0, but it's 1-0. So we moved.
There we go. I didn't watch this game, to be honest. Some of these games I'm just not interested in. What about this? Because this is wow. This is wow.
Oh, this is pathetic. This is actually pathetic. I swear to God, this is pathetic. I said Man United are gonna win. You said they're gonna draw, but lose 4-0. I'm sorry, that's pathetic. That is one of the most pathetic things I've seen.
You know what? It could have been 7 or 8. The amount of chances Brighton were creating, it was like watching prime Barcelona against fucking. It was bad. Man United make them look like prime Barcelona. They outplayed them off the park, man. What an embarrassing performance by Man United. Used luck with a lucky Diaz deflection goal. Could have nearly lost this game. Luck seems to be on your side. What did we say?
Yeah, I said it was going to be 2-1. I thought Spurs were going to bowl it in the last minute, but they held on. You said it was 2-2. So, yeah, I guess you got this one. Yeah. Spurs
are a little bit of a problem for you, and I think that's just the style of play more than anything, that they just play counter. West Ham, Norwich, pretty easy one.
Yeah, I said it was going to be a Norwich win because of relegation. They have nothing to play for, and West Ham obviously being knocked out of the Europa League. But you said it was 2-0. It was 4-0. So yeah, I guess you got
Fair
that one.
enough. What about the game against Leicester and Everton? Frank Lampard has been revitalised. Everton are back. Everton are back, Ram.
Yeah. No, I think it's just because Leicester is shit. That's my answer. I'm sorry. You should be beating these lot. I'm sorry. I said 1-0. You said 1-1. Forget we move. Go to the next one.
All right. And then we've got, after this one, we have the game against Arsenal and Leeds, just about 2 goals. But Leeds went down to 10 men, but they did score on the 66th minute. We both said Arsenal, didn't we?
Yeah, I said 3-1. You said 3-0. It is what it is. I think they're going to get top 4. Yeah.
And what about this?
I said 4. To be fair, I said 4-0. But that game was just bad. You said 3.
What did I say? Did I say 3?
Yeah, that game was just bad. The second half, they had about 11% possession. I'm sorry, no. There was one point in the game, like 10 minutes or 15 minutes into the game, they had 1% possession. They better have a backwards for them, I swear to God. They did.
All right, well, there you go, guys. We've broken down all the games from last week's. We was not too far off this time round. Rounds were a couple ones wrong, like Man United, who are just absolutely a shambles. But we got games. We got games in the midweek all the way from today to Thursday, and some really good games as well. Really, really, really good games. We have got some games on the weekend as well, which we're probably going to have to fly through as well. So weekend games and weekday games. I mean, in terms of the combined 11, if we do one, it's got to be Arsenal-Tottenham, right? I don't think there's any other game.
Yeah.
Arsenal-Tottenham.
Yeah.
All right. That's probably more fair to do as well. We can do that one in a bit. But let's get straight into it because Aston Villa have got Liverpool. Liverpool are 3 points behind. Goal difference is superior to Man City. They drew their last game round. They must win this game to stay in clinch of Man City. Aston Villa are on the back of a win themselves. Not in great form. Actually, they won the last 2 games. So there is a bit of form there. Is Steven Gerrard going to cement Liverpool's title hopes, or is he going to bend over and give them this win, Ram? What's he going to do?
I hope it's the latter. I hope he does bend over and give us the win. But it's not going to be an easy game. It's going to be a tough game, but I think we'll win. I think we're going to win 2-0, in my opinion.
2-0. Are you that confident? You think this is going to be a walk in the park, Rams? Yeah.
Well, not a walk in the park, but it's 2-0.
Not walking apart, but it's just 2-0. Fair enough.
Yeah. 2-0.
I think it's going to be a draw. I got this weird feeling that it's going to be 2-2. I think there's going to be goals in this game. I think Liverpool will score, and I think Aston Villa will score, and I think Aston Villa will score, and I think Liverpool will score, and it'll be a draw.
2-2.
2-2, man. I'm going with goals tonight. Tonight's game. Guys in the chat, let us know. Over 70 of you guys here. What is your score predictions for tonight's game? Villa versus Liverpool. Will Liverpool concede the title tonight? Will the quadruple opportunity melt out of their hands, which, to be honest, was always going to happen at some point? Nick Sanders says 1-1. We can't afford... we'll talk about Chelsea soon. Don't worry, guys. We'll talk about Chelsea. Gerrard to score last-minute winner. That's what Calby's saying. Yeah, he can come on. He can bang a winner. Why not? 1-1 is what Chelsea boys saying. Matty's saying 2-0 Liverpool. He's confident in your team, man. He's always bigging you guys up, but he doesn't like yous. Liam Lane says 2-1 to Liverpool.
It's not hard. Like, we're one of the best teams in England.
Yeah, unfortunately you are. I agree with that. Look at the Chelsea shambolic form. I don't want to get like this. Just get away from Chelsea right now, guys. We're coming to Chelsea. Don't worry. Gerrard will rest players. If he rests players, then he's pretty much in his own way conceding this to Liverpool. 100%. Because Liverpool are going to play a strong team. But is the batteries in the Liverpool players drying out a bit, Rams? Do you not see that in their performances against Tottenham? I mean, they played well on and off, but I don't know. I just felt like certain individuals wasn't as involved in the game as usually, should we say.
A little bit. You could say that. I mean, Robertson's played the majority of our games, and Tsimikas deserves at least to get game time this season.
2-0. Aston Villa, Samuel with the 2-0.
Man, Samuel's a hater, bro. Why am I surprised? I'm not surprised.
He's a Liverpool fan.
He ain't a Liverpool fan.
Yes.
That's not Sam. That's not the Samuel you're thinking of. That's a different Samuel.
All right, Liverpool for champs. Yeah, I said Liverpool for Champions League time ago, man. Like this ain't new to me. You know, I do think I'll be good. Do you have to respect those leading the table? City and Liverpool are the best teams. Yeah, like it is what it is. 4 week crosses into the boss. I mean, I saw some Liverpool fans questioning the way that you're when you run out of ideas, the way that you sort of just completely just hit the ground, like lots of whipped balls into the box, but no real output on the end of them. Do you feel that that's been used of the latter from watching you guys, that you're running out of ideas of how to break these teams down?
It's not really the problem are the crosses. They're just that there's no quality on them. Like some of them, yeah, are decent, but they get headed out. Some of them are bad and they just go to no one. Like they're just not. Sometimes when you're crossing it in, they don't have a lot of accuracy, and for that's the problem with our crosses was that it wasn't 100% accurate against teams like Tottenham, United. I won't put United in there. Tottenham, Chelsea, City. They have to be 100% accurate. Last night it was around about 70 to 75% accurate. That's not good enough. You need to be pinpoint perfect.
What's your just quickly? What are your thoughts this morning on Tchouaméni going to Liverpool? Apparently, you guys are putting a 40 million bid, which has been turned away. Monaco is saying they won't accept anything less than 70 million for Tchouaméni. Do you think he's a good style of player for Liverpool? Do you think he'd be perfect?
Yeah, he does. He is a perfect kind of player because he can play at number 6 and he can play number 8. He's very energetic. He's very, very good on the ball, and he's a very good passer. And he's very, very young as well. He'd be perfect, like a very good Jordan Henderson replacement. I knew about this, but I didn't want to say it in front of you lot because I know you lot will start crying. But we've been in for Tchouaméni for quite a bit of time, and
his dad's a Chelsea fan, man. He knows what he needs to do. His dad's a Chelsea fan. He needs to get in his ear, mate. He needs to get in his ear.
I don't really care. His best friend is Ibrahima Konate.
Is it? I didn't know that. So
they're best friends when they played because they played each other through the youth ranks, isn't it? For France.
He has the same agent as Jules Koundé, so Chelsea would have maybe had that conversation for both.
Look, man, Ibra just needs to do his thing and just convince him to come. But the problem is there's also Camavinga, and Camavinga is also a very good mate of his. So,
but I don't see why Real Madrid get Tchouaméni when they've got Camavinga. It don't work for me. I know that I don't see Modric going in any time soon. Anyway, Kroos, not really. Casemiro can still got engine in the. I don't know. Like I just don't think
Valverde they need as well.
You know, Valverde plays in there. He's quite good as well. I don't know. I just feel like that doesn't. Anyway, we'll see. I think there'll be a lot of people fighting for Tchouaméni for this summer, but it just depends who can move the quickest on that one. Leicester versus Norwich City, pretty much a dead game, really. I don't really want to talk about it too much. 14th versus 20th. Obviously, Leicester lost their last 3 games. They're in crap form, but Norwich have lost more than them, 4. So, what are you saying, Ram?
Leicester better beat these lot. If they're not, then they're the big. I think that. You know what? I'm gonna be really controversial. Brendan Rodgers, after this season, should be sacked as a Leicester City manager.
I agree. He's been underperformed. Well, I would say he's overperformed in terms of being in the Champions League. Yeah, but they would never tout to be a Champions League team, were they? Not with that squad. And they
did. But in the cycle of Brendan Rodgers, after the 3rd season, they always drop off significantly.
Yeah, I agree. I think Brendan Rodgers should leave. I think Leicester, when you look at them, need a new identity, a new style of play, a new idea. They just look dried up, is the word. Like, you know what I mean? Like they don't look like there's any fresh ideas in the way that they play the game or nothing. So I think you're right. I think he does need to go. He's not bringing anything forward. And, you know, Potter's doing well at Brighton. Why would he want to go Leicester, Damien Duff? But, you know, he would be a good manager, 100%. I think he'll be sacked in a couple of weeks, is what the Mr. Arsenal podcast is saying as well. As for Norwich, they're getting relegated anyway. We know that. Is it Bournemouth are coming up? Is it Bournemouth coming up from
Bournemouth and Fulham?
Bournemouth and Fulham are both coming up. So
hopefully Forest will be the 13.
What's your thoughts on the result? What we're going with?
I think Leicester will win narrowly. I say 2-1 to Leicester.
Yeah, Sam, I hope not, man. I hope we don't. I hope we don't. Are one away. Like we are.
It's highly impossible you guys drop off out of the top 4. You guys have to lose all your games. Literally.
Yeah, but it's not that we could finish 4th and Arsenal will just have bragging rights to the fact that they caught us because they're on some great form. But we'll get to that in a second. I'm going to go with a 3-0 Leicester is what we've got here. 4-0 Leicester. I'm going to go over 2-0 Leicester for me. Big up to PJ Artist as well. Let's move from this game. Let's move from this one. Guys, make sure we're getting them likes up, though. Yeah, we've only got 33 likes, over 100 of you guys here. Let's get this up to 50. That little thumb that's looking at you, hit it. You see a little bell notification below this as well. Hit that, because that notifies you when I'm live as well. We're doing a double stream today as well. We're doing the preview to the Leeds versus Chelsea game later this evening at some point. So lots being brought to you guys, man. Like lots of shows while you're maybe just chilling. Do you know what I mean? 4-0. Basuma is quality, surely. Yeah, but do you know what? He hasn't been cleared of that court incident. That's the problem with Basuma.
I heard that apparently Basuma said that he wants to play for Arsenal Football Club.
Well, I don't blame him. They've got a young squad that are on the upcoming, but we're going to talk about Arsenal a bit. Let's just stay away from that for a second. But right. Watford versus Everton, another real sort of dead rubber, you'd say. Watford are relegated with Norwich anyway, but Everton are fighting for points. And this is probably a good game for Everton on the back of winning 2 games against Chelsea and Leicester. All right, it's away, but you know, Lampard's finding form and he's finding it at the right time. Do you see him beating this really poor Watford team and pulling away from relegation?
I sadly have to say yes. I don't want him to though. Watford are done, so they can't really fight for anything. But oh no, I want to go 1-0 Everton. These lot are staying up. They
deserve to stay up, and then they're going to get back to Frank Lampard's going to be at the wheel for one more season.
Oh my days, that's just pain.
Yeah, I hate to say it, 2-1 Everton is what JLFC is saying as well. Can't wait till the end of the season is done. It has been a roller coaster. 2-2 for Nick Sanders. I'm going with a 3-1 Everton. Lampard header.
Funny.
Player manager.
I want these lot. I don't care about Lampard. He can go do one if I be honest. But I just want these lot down. I'm sorry.
You will do. They're like your rival. I'll say rivals, but they're like your Merseyside.
No, I didn't really mind them around the Premier League, but after that game at Anfield, these lot should go down. I'm sorry.
If not this year, it will be this year. They will get relegated. If it's not this year, it will be next year. They'll get relegated. Is that what you're saying? I don't think they will. I don't think they're going to fall down that far again. 2-0, Leeds will be relegated, is what Angel's saying as well. All right, I've already said 3-1 on this one as well. We move on to Leeds versus Manchester City. Leeds versus Chelsea, which is going to be our preview game later on. Chelsea are in real bad form. 1 win out of 5, 2 losses, 2 draws, 1 point away from Arsenal. But Leeds are fighting for points. So they're currently in a relegation position of 34 points. Chelsea could literally cement them today. Cement them down there. If Burnley get a good result, if Everton get a good result, it could be real hard for Leeds. But Ram, I am going to this game tomorrow. I'm driving 2.5 hours to go and watch this away game just to see Leeds get cemented, hopefully, and watch Chelsea actually win a game, which I'm Still not 100% confident in. But how do you think this game's going to go? Do you see Chelsea actually winning at some point? Like, do you think the points will come in?
You should be piping this team. This team should be piped. We gave it to them 3-0. Even though we sort of left our foot off the gas. City put 4 past them. United even put 4 past them. And Tottenham put 5 past them, I swear, or something like that. Something stupid like that.
Yeah.
So,
but this is Chelsea Charity FC, like Sam said. If you're losing a game, if you need points, if you're down and out, just play Chelsea Football Club. We are the team that can revitalise your life. We revitalised the life of Nketiah. Now look at him. Man, it looks like a superior striker. We've revitalised the likes of Everton, who are down in the grounds and now won their last 2 games since they've beaten Chelsea. Like, we revitalise teams. Chelsea Football Club.
No, Jam. This is tradition now. I'm talking about tradition this season. I expect a 4-0 win.
I'll stop.
Minimum 3-0.
We watched Chelsea recently. We don't win by 4-0. We don't know how to put a goal. We score goals and the refs call it off, like Werner's one for blowing on Cody on the weekend. It's not Liverpool here that get away with things. This is Chelsea Football Club.
No. I'm talking tradition, Jam. This season is tradition. We have beaten them 3-0. Tottenham beaten them 4-0. Man United put 4 past them. City put 5 past them. I'm sorry, 4-0.
You scored 4 goals for Chelsea.
I expect minimum 3-0 with an extra 4. So,
mate, you're asking too much from us, and they'll probably score a goal as well. Now in Chelsea, that's just what we do. You know, they'll probably get one somehow.
People calling me mad. I'm sorry. If you're a big team, this is tradition. You're gonna slap these lot.
Now, look, he's not a massive player for them, is he? Let's be serious.
He's a decent centre right back. I swear to God, that guy actually wants to get sent off. There was no need to do that stupid challenge, and he still got sent off.
Leeds' best defender is... Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything because you're playing Chelsea Football Club. Well, I keep saying to you, like Charity FC and Consistent FC,
all right.
Fucking whatever you want to call it.
Gem. I think Lukaku's going to score.
Yeah.
I think Mount's going to score. I think Alonso is going to score.
No, he ain't playing. He can't play any more games. He's had a muck up with Tuchel. He called him in Spanish. He called him a motherfucker at half time, and then he got taken off. He's not playing another game.
Tuchel called him whoa.
No, Alonso called him Tuchel a Spanish motherfucker. In Spanish, a motherfucker.
Oh, okay. I was like, if Tuchel did that, I was like, whoa, what the hell?
But then Tuchel was like, right, you're coming off, and he brought on Sano Grez instead.
I think Thiago Silva is going to score instead of Alonso. I think you're going to win 4-0. Or you better win 4-0. You better win 4-0. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't be surprised if we just win 1-0. At the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if we put 2 or 3, maybe 2. But I still think they'll score 1. So I'm either going with a 1-0 Chelsea or a 2-1 Chelsea. That is
Which one?
Both.
No, you can't put both. Which one?
2-1.
You're gonna beat them 4-0.
I don't trust this team that are on holiday waiting to play you lot in the final.
It'll be a good prep for the final.
They're just like, yeah, but that's the other thing. The final's on Saturday, isn't it? 3 days away. So
Saturday.
Yeah. So you're lucky. You guys are lucky. You got another day's rest than us, mate. It's just fucking ridiculous. So yeah.
How many games have you played this season?
More than everyone else.
No, you didn't. No,
yes,
you couldn't have. You couldn't.
Bro, we were playing through Christmas when you guys were pretending that you had COVIDs. You remember?
We played about 50, 60 games this season.
We played 60 games nearly. We played the Club World Cup. We played the Super League. We played so many games this season.
Did he play Champions League?
We played Champions League all the way to the fucking quarterfinals.
Oh, so not the semi-finals. Oh, that's so bad.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, does it? We've still played how many games? We've played nearly 60-plus games, mate. We play more games than any other team in the league, so stop doing that. 2-1 Leeds is what Mr. Arsenal probably... Listen, mate, you're an Arsenal fan. I expect you to say that. You need it. You need it. And it can happen. Jim, is Kante injured? I don't know, is the answer. That Thomas Tuchel's press conference hasn't happened yet, so we have to see what happens. All right, let's move from this game. Let's move from that. Wolves versus City. Obviously, Wolves, who had a great draw against Chelsea, good comeback from them, 50 points, not got much to play for. City have got everything to play for. They just need to keep winning. Keep winning, and they win the league. 3 points ahead of Liverpool. But Wolves is not an easy team. Wolves are a very organised team. Wolves can make life hard, Ram. So, what are you saying? Trincao, Neto, Jimenez, are they banging?
Now you go first. You go first.
Give Rams coffee, still sleeping.
I ain't sleeping, man. Just leave me alone. Give Jem go first, I beg.
All right, I'm going to go. It's a tough one here because I expect for them to win City, but at the same time, I don't feel like it's going to be. I think it's going to be hard. And I think Wolves are going to score.
They've got a bad record at the Molineux. Ever since Wolves came up to the Premier League, they've lost 2018-19, 19-20. The only time they didn't lose was last season, but I think
2-1 Man City.
What?
2-1 Man City.
Oh, 2-1.
Just thinking about it while you was talking. Come to my head. Look at all these 3-1s, 3-1s, 3-0s, 4-0s. Blimey now. No, I don't think it's going to be as easy as that. Well, they don't concede many goals, Wolves. People forget. All right, it's got to concede 2 against Chelsea, but they are at the beach. That's the other thing. But they ain't got nothing to play for.
I don't know why. I feel like Arsenal fans are now acting like Manchester City are under beating. You know what I mean? Like they're always backing Manchester City for some stupid reason. I've noticed it with the majority of their fans.
Maybe they just don't like Liverpool.
No, I think it's because they have some stupid affiliation, which they don't, with Manchester City. Like they're a Manchester City B team or something.
Well, it's
inferiority complex at its finest.
It has a 5-0 written over it, is what they say. Believe it or not. What are you saying, Ram?
I don't know. You know, Wolves have got players that can hurt City. Pedenza, Neto, Jimenez, Moutinho, Neves. They've got some players that can hurt them, yeah. But City have got too much power up front and in the midfield. I'm going for 3-1 City.
Yeah, so it wasn't that hard, was it?
No, it was hard, man. I was thinking of a draw, but no, I can't see it.
All right, fair enough. Let's move from this one. Big game. North London derby. Tottenham have to win. 4 points behind Arsenal. A win would bring them 1 point behind them with 2 games left. Arsenal's last 2 games, Newcastle and Everton. Tottenham's last 2 games, Burnley and Norwich. So just to give you a bit of context to what's after this game. If Tottenham win this game, they're still bang on for 4th. They lose this game, they have lost top 4 and Arsenal solidify themselves for 4th, maybe even 3rd if Chelsea don't beat Leeds at this point. So, Ram, Tottenham are at home. They played well against Liverpool. It's a North London derby. This is a big game. They've got to be up for it. They've still got a chance of Tottenham of getting 4th, provided they win and Arsenal slip up against Newcastle away, which is going to be an hard game for Arsenal, I think, as well. That won't be an easy one. So, what are you saying?
Tottenham win. Hang on.
Really? After four wins in a row, which is what Arsenal have got in form.
Arsenal are good at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I don't know when it was the last time they won at Tottenham. So, for me, I'm going for a Tottenham 2-0 win.
Wow.
So they'll get a goal, and then last minute, what's it called? Counter attack. To finish it off.
I think it's going to be tight. I don't think it's going to be as open as people think it will be. I think they'll shut each other out. It could be a potential draw. I mean, please be a draw is what Matty's saying. He prefers a draw on this one. I'd be happy with a draw. I feel that a draw could be possible. At the same time, Arsenal could win. Tottenham could win on the day. I don't think Arsenal are going to beat Tottenham at this ground. I haven't got that feeling about this one. I feel, even though they're in great form and they're playing very well, I think Tottenham will have the bit between their teeth, being at home, having the crowd behind them, playing under Conte. Conte will make it hard for Arsenal in the way that they're going to play. They'll be hard to break down, a bit like with Liverpool, the way they played against there. I feel like this is either going to be a draw, a 1-1 draw, or this is going to be a 2-1 Spurs. We have a 1-1. You realise Spurs have to come at Arsenal. We can sit back and put the blow block in, and Spud are in trouble.
Or they could play the low block against you, and
I don't
think
if
you play this free flowing football, I swear you have to go out to Tottenham. They'll allow you to come at you, allow you to come at them.
I'm gonna go for a draw as well. If we can go for 1-1, I'm gonna go for a 1-1 on this one, Rams.
Right.
We have got some weekend games to go through. We might as well do them quickly because it is.
I thought we'll do that next time.
Well, when is next?
Friday.
We'll do it this week. We could do Friday, actually. All right, we'll save it. We will save it then. We'll save it. Combined 11. What are we saying for the combined 11 then? It's got to be the Tottenham game. I think it'd be fair. Now, obviously, Ram is a Liverpool fan. I'm a Chelsea fan. So we will be as fair as possible when making this decision. Are we sticking to the usual 4-3-3, guys? Now, if there's any Arsenal fans, any Tottenham fans in the chat, or any people that want to put in a super chat, please do. If you do, and you ask for a player to be put in, then that player will be solidified into this team. The only way it gets beaten is if someone outbids that with an additional super chat. So if you put a £5 in for, I don't know, say Saka, but someone then says £10 for Son, then that will replace him. So you have got the options for super chats, guys. This is it. We're going to run through it ourselves, and then we'll go from there. Ram, this is going to be quite a interesting combined 11, I think, this one. We look at the goalies, and Arsenal fans seem to be very upbeat in regards to like how Ramsdale has been this season. But obviously, Lloris has been okay as well. So who would you go for?
I'll go for Ramsdale because he has had a better season than Lloris. I can't debate that. Lloris has been shaky at times for them this season. So I'll go for Ramsdale.
See what people say in the chat. Ramsdale's been poor for the last few months. Lloris in. That's what Calby's saying. Lloris is better than Ramsdale. France international is what Govond is saying. A lot of people saying Lloris. I think Lloris is a very good goalie. I do feel that he's getting on slightly the older side. Has he had the greatest of seasons? I don't think so. At the same time, I think the way Conte sets up to protect him, which he does pretty well. Ramsdale is sus, not as good as everyone is making him out to be. I agree. Don't think Ramsdale was actually that great whatsoever. I think he's had good moments and been very important. I would go for Lloris personally out of the two. I know you've gone for Ramsdale. I'd go for Lloris. I am going to pass it on to the viewers. So we've got Ramsdale. Ramsdale's been poor, he says there. So Lloris, Ramsdale. Ramsdale is sus, so that's Lloris. So I think it's going to be Lloris, mate. That sounds it.
Fair enough. I don't mind.
Lloris is in goal already. What about the left-back scenario? Now, we've got Tierney, and we got...
Tierney's injured.
Is he injured?
Yeah.
You sure? Okay. Ben Davies or the other one, Tavares?
Ben Davies ain't been playing left back. He's been playing centre back.
So who is their left back then? They play 3-4-3.
Sessegnon was last time because Reguilon was injured.
Yeah, I
so
think
literally battle of the minnows between Sessegnon and Tavares.
So Reguilon, he hasn't been playing. I know where Reguilon is. Is he injured?
He's injured.
So who are we going for?
The battle of the minnows, Sessegnon or Tavares. Or Tavares, or whatever.
Well, I would say Tavares personally because I think he's played more games. Sessegnon's not really played many games there. I would say
Yeah, I say Tavares. He ain't even
Find
on FIFA. Oh, there he is.
There he is. Nuno Tavares has been picked. Tierney's been injured, guys. Reguilon hasn't played many games. Session is the only other option we could have picked on this one. Some people saying Says over Tavares. Cedric.
But he's only played a couple of games. Not Tavares has actually played the.
We've got to base it on the overall season,
game
guys.
output.
No, Tavares cooked every time he plays. He is, yeah. Cess.
But Session can't qualify because he's only played about 2 or 3 games. He hasn't played a lot this season.
Yeah. I'll stick to Tavares. I think he's the only real option. So let's go for the 2 in the middle because Spurs fans would argue that Eric Dyer has had a great season. But they'd also argue that Christian Romero has had a great season as well.
Romero and Gabriel. I'm making this very quick because it's such an easy answer. It is Romero and Gabriel.
Why does Eric Dyer not get in this team? And why is Gabriel?
Because his nickname is Eric Diarrhea. That's why. I'm sorry.
I agree that one of the 2 have to go in. Anyway, I think Gabriel has been better than Ben White, personally. I don't think Ben White's the big difference in this. Everyone's saying Romero Gabriel easy. Big up to Matt ZVO Genius. We've beaten you lot on Saturday. Matt, keep that to yourself, mate. Keep that to yourself for now. Not in any grateful. And who else did we say? Romero, innit?
Romero, yeah.
I think Romero's a good defender. I've watched him a couple of times. He's aggressive. His positional sense is very good as well. I think that's pretty much fair. So we've got 2 for Tottenham, 2 for Arsenal. Right back. Cedric. What's the guy's name that plays for Spurs? Tomiyasu. Emerson Royal.
I got Tomiyasu in my opinion.
Holding. Fucking hell. Romero and Dyer. We're moving on, guys. We're moving on. You go with who? Tomiyasu. Everyone's saying Tommy. All right, Tomiyasu. He's been in and out though, isn't he, as well? All right, Tomiyasu then. Tomiyasu. There he is. Tomiyasu's in the team. We've chosen him over Emerson Royal. Actually, Emerson Royal has been absolutely shocking in certain parts of this season. I remember some of the tackles that he done as well were bad, man. Bad tackles. Bad decision making. Choosing players from 2 dead teams is like predicting which career will improve. Oh my god, Matty, man. Emerson is absolutely dog shit. Yeah. I hear that. Let's move on to the midfield. We've got the 3 in the midfield round. So who's playing in the central of the midfield? Højbjerg? Partey?
Partey's injured.
Elneny?
Elneny ain't getting in this team.
Xhaka?
Xhaka's not a CDM.
Lokonga?
No way in hell.
Højbjerg. I don't think there's much else we can think. Find him. Why is his name not coming up? There we go. Who's this?
It's HOJ.
But it doesn't come up. Right, there we go. There he is. Højbjerg is in the central defensive midfield area. Elneny, Højbjerg. Yeah, people are slowly coming into it now. Who plays on the left of the midfield? Because you got people up. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
The best Mo in the Prem, Mo Elneny is what Arsenal podcast is saying. I love that one. That's a good one, actually. What options have we got? We've got Xhaka. We've got Odegaard. He plays it, didn't he? We've got...
Oh, I forgot about Odegaard.
I think Odegaard.
Odegaard.
I think Odegaard's had a very good season, actually, for them.
Yeah, I forgot about him.
I think Odegaard is definitely for me in this team. But who plays to the right of the midfield? We've got Mr. What's his name off Spurs?
Bentancur.
No, the other guy, Kulveski. He's been good.
But he's right winger.
Is he? No, he's a midfielder.
No, he's a right winger. It's Bentancur's the other midfielder.
Who else have they got? Elneny.
Yeah, Bentancur's getting in there. I'm sorry.
But he ain't even that great.
Oh, stop it, Jem. He is good. He
He's
is
half
good.
good. He got
He's
absolutely
good.
slapped by us, man. He's like half decent. He's not great.
He's good, man.
End of
That's that.
season. All right, if that's what you feel, Bentacore, yeah, Rams is right, Coley is right. Okay, cool. Front three Rams, what we saying?
Well, left-hand side is pretty easy. I know Martinelli's had a decent season, but Son is getting in here. I'm sorry, Son is.
That's Saka though.
Saka's a right winger. We'll get to him later. Striker up front, easy one as well. Kane.
Where does Saka get in this team then? Has to be there for me.
Saka's playing on the right. I know Kulusevski's had a very good half season, but Saka's been pretty decent this whole season.
I don't get how Kulusevski don't get in his team. 9 assists or something since he came in. He's got some. He's only been half a season.
He's a right winger. Saka is there.
I don't think Pete. I disagree with that. I think Saka has to be in, not Eddie. Don't even do it. Like let's not do this. Let's not do this. The guy we got revitalized. Son, Kane, and Cooley is what we've got here. Odegaard and Bentacore actually. Son, Kane, Saka. He's missing. Fair enough. Tottenham winning 3-1 is what Kev Yo is saying as well. Guys in the chat, there you go. There is our combined 11 for this game. Again, if you want to make changes, super chat options are available for you to do that. If you're happy with it and you think it works and it's a good enough combined 11, fair enough. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players for Spurs and 5 for Arsenal in this team currently. Eddie, 4 goals, Salah, no in 4 games is what your boy is saying.
That's cool, bro. That's cool. How many goals has Eddie got in Premier League history? Yeah, shut your mouth. Wash your gums as well. Do that.
What's that Swedish guy? Be a shout. Swedish guy.
Kulusevski, yeah. That's a
we spoke about him already. He's not getting in, guys. He's not getting in on this one.
No, over Saka, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I hear you, my friend. I hear you. We are going to do quick fire questions. That's something we haven't done yet. We'll do 2 seconds. I'm just quickly doing something on my phone. Because we're coming up to the hour anyway. Big up to Couch Critic in the house as well. And I see over 130 of you guys here. Smash the likes, guys. Only 47 likes. We should be on 75 likes by now. This is disgusting. Come on, Prem Show. Get them likes up for the channel. Subscribe if you're new as well. Get this over 5.3k subscribers if you're new. Match preview is tonight. You'll get the match preview tonight for the Leeds versus Chelsea game, guys. But I need you to help me get these likes up because that's not good.
Alright, all I gotta say, hit the like button if you think Man United are dog shit.
Yeah, that's a good one.
If you think United are absolutely in the mud and they are the new Banter FC alongside Arsenal Football Club, then hit the like button for us.
Whilst we are on Chelsea, something did pop up from Simon Phillips quickly, and then Ram can answer that question. It basically says that Todd Boehly could wrap up a deal to take charge of Chelsea FC before the end of the season, with Chelsea hosting Watford on May the 22nd to close their Premier League campaign. So still not a full certainty, but, I do expect it to be done within this month for Chelsea to be able to buy players. They're already allowed to negotiate players, is what we've been told yesterday, and talk to players already as well, since Todd Boehly signed that agreement, purchase agreement of the football club as well. So, Rams, answer that question. Is Chelsea in a position next season, if they get the right profile players, to be competing for a title?
Yeah. You can say that with any team. You can say that with Liverpool. You can say that with Tottenham. You can say that with any team. If you get the right signing of players and they work out straight away, then you can be fighting for or challenging for the Premier League. So why not? You are meant to be challenging this season, but somehow it didn't end up happening. So why not next season?
It's quite easy. We could explain that, can't we? There is context to why we didn't this season. No. There is.
Your title race ended in January, not in March.
No, it ended in December. when we were the only team to play every 2-3 days, every game. Even when
No,
had
because
30 players
you're
available.
still like 5 points behind City at the time.
No, we was 1 point ahead going into December.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So January is where you messed up.
But January we mucked up when we got to use a Man City. Yeah, but the damage was done before when we had lost and drew games.
Your title race ended in January, not in December.
It went downhill in December because we didn't win games. We were drawing games, but
you still had the opportunity to.
We had players out. Yeah, but
back.
We had people playing out of position just to play games. It was ridiculous.
Is that my fault? Is that my fault?
It's not your fault, but I'm just saying, like, we were there's context to why we struggled this season massively. You know, there's a lot of things went against us. You know, as a whole, let's be serious. It's not, I'm not trying to like make it an excuse, but let's be serious. Like COVID, injuries, we overplayed. Let me just tell you something, all right? Reece James was so overplayed that we played him right wing back, left wing back, central midfield, all because we didn't have players to play in that position. And then we ended up at the end of it, getting him injured at the end of December, which meant
like excuses.
No, but I'm just saying, like, we had 14 players to play in one game round. I can't remember who it was against. And do you know what the Prem said to us? You've got to play it because you've got more than 13 players. We only had fucking one sub.
All right. It sounds like
we had one main sub and the rest of them were all youngsters. Harvey Bale.
Like you're saying like the Premier League is against us. It sounds like one of them.
Listen, I ain't calling out the Premier League, but there has been some dodgy decisions against Chelsea this season, massively weird ones, and I can get why.
It's quite simple in my perspective. You lost the league after that Liverpool draw where you should have won.
What, when we went 2-0 behind and we come back 2-2? That one?
Yeah. Apparently you're meant to win that game, according to some people at the time.
Well, I think our response to that game was good. I thought we came back and once we come back and got ourselves into half time at 2-2, I thought we had it behind us, you know, but
fluky shot.
Don't give me fluky stuff when you use lot. They use lot are just fucking fluke.com sometimes. Like, it's annoying. Like, you know it as well.
I'm sorry, that goal, that Kovacic is literally impossible.
That is not a fluke. That's a beautiful
goal.
No,
I'm sorry. It's not a fluke, but it's
like that.
No, it's literally no. There was literally zero technique.
There was so much techers in that shot.
It wasn't.
None of your midfielders could do that. That's how techy.
It wasn't technique because he was leaning back. His arms were slaying out like this. There was literally zero technique, and somehow it went into the net. That's why how good it was a goal. That's how good it was a goal because there was zero technique, and he still scored it.
It's a great goal, mate. Stop being sorry, Andre. Big up to you, mate. Big up to you. But you're right in what you're saying, Jim. It's hard for the privilege to understand. There's no point trying to explain it to Rams.
No, because we went through it last season and we were told to suck it up and get over it.
You had COVID issues and you lost Van Dijk. You didn't lose
Gomez and Matip.
Yeah, but you didn't. Wait a sec. You didn't lose all of them at one point where you had to play fucking academy.
After January, we lost.
You always had them. One of them coming back in. I remember Fabinho playing as a centre back at one point. I remember.
Yeah, but no. After January, all of our centre backs were gone.
Liverpool bottled the league against Spurs, is what Matt Falcone is saying as well. Okay,
but man, let's see if Wolves can do something, which is highly unlikely, but we move.
Guys, Q&A for you guys. Get in the chat. Let us know any questions, short, quick questions that you would like to ask us in the chat for the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Get it in now. We are doing the match preview tonight for Leeds versus Chelsea, so that will be set up later on. So we'll definitely talk about that. Big up to Devin in the house as well.
I won't big up Devin because you just did that. I saw what you did.
Q&A questions. Just get them in. Q&A questions.
I just thought of something. Yeah, I'm going to send it to you. I think you'll start laughing at this. Give me a minute. But get your questions in, people. We need them questions.
Big questions, man. Come on, keep the show going. We will answer anything you want, football related. It could be about anything. It ain't gonna just be about Chelsea. Yeah, it could be about anything and everything football. first question that comes in is, Jem, if City don't win the EPL or the UCL with Haaland and co, should Pep be sacked?
Yes. I mean, not sacked. He should be called a fraud.
No, he can't do that. Someone that's won domestic trophies more than you guys who've only won it once in 30 years. Stop this. And Klopp's been there.
Shut up. No.
How long's Klopp been there? How long's Klopp been there?
No. Jem, you're not making excuses for this guy. I'm sorry.
You guys are a cup competition team.
You sound like Zayn. You sound like Zayn.
Have you accepted that? When you look at it on paper, look at it on paper. 1 trophy in 6 years under Klopp, a Premier League trophy, domestic trophy.
What?
So you've only won 1 Prem under Klopp.
And we won a CL.
Yeah, forget the CLs. I'm talking about.
No, domestic. You can't. Don't say forget the CLs because it weighs a lot.
I'm talking about the Premier League right now.
I don't care about the Premier League. I care about all trophies.
6 trophies, 6 seasons, 1 fucking domestic trophy, man.
Well, it's not been for 6 seasons because you have to take into account what type of team he took over at the very start of his reign.
Oh, it's that excuse. But when Tuchel come in, we was expected to win it straight away.
No, because your team had
1 season.
Your team had world-class players.
Yeah.
I mean,
class. Do that. We'd have world-class players. We have 2 world-class players.
Okay, fine. It's generational. Is it N'Golo Kante not world-class at the time?
Yeah, he's 1.
Oh, really?
1.
Is Kai Havertz not meant to be a generational talent?
Who said he's generational talent?
Chelsea fans.
He's a top baller that needed time to adapt to the game. He's only had 2 seasons here. He's never going to be.
Thiago Silva, not
yeah, he's world-class, but we've only got 2. We've only got 2.
Is Mateo Kovacic not one of the most underrated players in the Premier League?
He is, but it doesn't mean anything.
Oh, really?
Doesn't mean anything. So, anyway, your answer to that is no, yes, from a Champions League standpoint, but no in terms of what they've done domestically because they've dominated. So, there we go, is my answer to that. Score predictions for tonight. We've already gone through them, Andre.
They're actually taking the actual piss right now. I swear to God.
It must be. We already went through that, my bro. We already went through it. Quad still on? Ram can answer that one.
I believe. In all seriousness, yeah, because I did say this on camera. I still say this on German stream. I believe it's going to be like 2001. So it's FA Cup, League Cup, and Champions. Did you see what I said? That's what I said. I
believe.
In my opinion, I think I see us. What's it called? Winning a cup treble, not the Premier League.
Would you sell Lukaku if we got the right money for him? Yeah, I don't think he's going to fit.
Jem, you need him, man.
Look, I don't think we. I don't know. I don't know is the answer. I from what I've seen this season, I'd be happy for him to go. But if he said I don't want to be here and left, I'd be cool with that. If he stays and adapts his game and tries to work towards it, we have better profile players behind him and whatever, and we create for him and he starts scoring goals, then fine. But from what I've seen of him at the moment, I just think he's so limited in his game. He didn't even do much against Wolves until the second half. But if he goes and scores goals like that and doesn't play well, then he's doing his job for me because that's what we brought him to do. But if he doesn't play well and he doesn't score goals and he misses opportunities and he's just fucking useless, then there's no point of him being in the team. So it's just about seeing the consistency with him. Jem, show Calby's comment. Where's Calby's?
What did he say?
Rams, did you support Liverpool before 20?
I supported Liverpool since 2005.
That's muggy.
My first game I watched was Liverpool versus Juventus at Anfield.
Was that on VCR video? Put a video.
You're so funny.
Name all the Chelsea players you were getting rid of and buying. Oh, let me know, Andrew. I'll be here all day. Are you serious?
All of them. You sell Mendy. You sell.
No, don't do this. Let me.
You sell Rudiger.
You shut up. Let me answer this very quickly for you. Malang Sarr, Rudiger and Christensen are gone. Alonso, Aspilicueta, Jorginho, Lukaku if he doesn't pull his fucking weight. Probably Werner or Ziyech. One of them two, or probably, but I don't know. I don't think we'll get rid of both, but both if we have to. No. 8 players and Kepa, because I can't be having a fucking goalie that's on a 6-year contract getting paid 150 grand. It's ridiculous. Get him off the wage bill. That's 9 players I want to get rid of. And then to bring in is quite easy for me. I'll ring them to you very easily. Koulibaly, Jules Koundé, Tchouameni.
Tchouameni.
Yeah, I'd say that's what I did want originally.
There's only two players. There's only 2 teams that'll get Tchouameni.
Tchouameni and Kamara. I want 2 players in that position. All right. I then want going forward Dembele. I want Rafinha. Who else do I want?
You know what, Rafinha? I'm a little bit turned off by Rafinha. I think he's got.
I like Rafinha. He's playing
I think he's got a proper attitude problem. I think he's got a really bad attitude.
Oh yeah, that other guy from Leipzig, Givio, or whatever his name is, the young lad from. He looks alright as well.
Gavridol.
Yeah, he looks alright as well. You know, but Koundé is a Sterny, and then we got to get a goalie, and I don't even know what second goalies are decent right now out there, to be honest. So, fuck knows is what I'm saying. But yeah.
What about Calvin Phillips?
No. Tchouameni or Declan Rice. It has to be
to replace Jorginho.
Tchouameni and Declan Rice. Kamara for a free is ridiculous. Why people are not going for that, I don't get it. Like Kamara on a free is there. Take it. DM. We've already done this, Matt. Already done this. I said a draw. Ram said Spurs win. Ram, do you ever go to Liverpool games?
I have been to Liverpool games, but it costs a lot of money to go to Liverpool. Even when I was at uni, when I was still relatively close to Liverpool, it was still freaking expensive.
How long did it take?
£100.
How long did it take Chelsea to win the league before Rome and Gem? Very funny.
54 years.
It's meant to be funny. 1955.
54 years.
Yeah.
Sorry, 50 years. 50 years. Sorry, 50 years.
One in 30 years show you don't care is what Josh is saying. He feels that's true. That's true. Your best and worst moment of this current season. I'll let you go first, Rams. Your best and worst moment.
The best moment. This one's an easy one, man. I have to talk about the Lord Divock Origi. Yeah, best moment has got to be that Wolves game where he scored a last-minute winner, where it revitalized and reclaimed his crown as the Lord Divock Origi. And the worst moment, I can't remember what my worst moment. Worst moment would probably be that Brighton. No, but I didn't even watch the game. I couldn't even watch the game, so I can't really count that. Leicester. Yeah. Leicester. We should have slapped those lot. The amount of chances we had, we should have slapped them so badly.
For me, it's pretty easy. The best moment is pretty. I mean, obviously, winning the Club World Cup was a great thing for me, but it's something we didn't have. But in terms of like overall performance of what I've seen, that's probably Juventus at home, winning 4-0. Like we absolutely slapped them around, which was nice to see. We played some really good football. Worst moments, I could ring about 20 different. Brighton at home, which I went to. Brentford losing 4-2. Wolves drawing 2-2. Arsenal was just shit as well. So there's a number of games which
it's mad though. Quite a lot of the games that we drew or lost, I didn't watch them. So maybe I need to watch my football club then.
Richarlison is great, good for Chelsea next season.
No, he's shit. He's shit.
I don't rate him as well that much, to be fair. I think he's all that. Ram, if you still believe in the quad, then I have Magic Bean. I'd like to sell you, is what Dexter's saying. Fair enough. Cool. What else have we got? Jim, it took City 43 years to win a Premier League. How long did it take Chelsea?
50
fine,
years.
But what are they doing from what we understand currently at the moment? They haven't
won a league in 5 years.
What are we talking about?
They haven't won a league in 5 years. So right now, you haven't won a league in 5 years.
I know us. I'm talking about City right now. Yeah, we haven't won league in 5. It's going to be more. It's going to be probably 6, 7 for us. But you guys are at what? We've won one in 5 years. Yeah, it's not great. Richarlison, Lukaku, Dybala is what Chelsea fan club is saying here. What was your favorite?
Are you just going to take all the Serie A rejects? Are you okay?
I don't want him. What was your favorite attended game? Mine was Liverpool versus Chelsea, and Hazard nutmegged Firmino and scored an amazing goal. I remember that actually. My 8th year was there. LSC fans.
When was this?
you ever when Hazard come on in the second half and he picked the ball up and it was a pointless Premier League game, end of the game. He picks the ball up and Firmino tries to jump in and is that how long is he talking about the Carling Cup? There's two. There's one where he runs through and he passes it into the bottom corner, and then there's the other one in the Carling Cup where he nutmegs, picks the ball up and then runs at your right back and then cuts to the right and bangs it into the top corner. Like he used to murder you guys on a regular. I'm not gonna lie, he scored so many good goals against Liverpool. But yeah, anyway, Saka, Son, Kane. Yeah, that's what we were saying earlier. Is there anything else? Let's have a quick look. Koulibaly is past it, man. We was linked with him. Yeah, but we lack experience. I'm not a massive Koulibaly fan. I think if we're going to get him, we have to get him for the right price. We shouldn't be spending stupid money for him. If he comes for a cut price, I'll take him just for the experience side of it. You know, we need people that are a bit leaders. You know what? I do like Nkunku. I think he's a good player as well. There's another one I forgot about actually. Could he do it in the Premier League?
I mean, Kanai could have a word with him because they play with each other at Leipzig. French.
But you want him?
Do I want him? Of course I do. Nkunku's a baller.
He's a good player.
Either him or Moussa Diaby. I love
Moussa Diaby. He's a baller as well. Leverkusen boy is good. Yeah, he's quick.
He's quick. He's very quick.
Yeah, he's very quick. A glory hunter after. So it's Rams just confirmed he's a glory hunter.
If I was a glory hunter, I would have stopped supporting them after 2010, which I didn't. I had to suck up through those years. That was prime banter years for Liverpool. And the only thing I could hold on to was Steven Gerrard. And it was even peak because he was about to go to Bayern at one point, but he ended up staying for the rest.
I remember Carling Cup. Yeah. I don't like Dybala personally, Dexter. For me, I don't get this whole thing of he'll be great. He'll get bullied off the ball. I just don't think he would do much, to be honest. Only player who's questionable injury record was Dembele. I think Dembele would be good if you keep him fit, but then we have the same problems with Pulisic as well. A player I'd want is Koulibaly. Anyone saying he's past it showing their lack of ball knowledge is what Dexter's saying. Koulibaly will be a gem if Thiago Silva is still a beast at that age. Why not him? I hear that. Big up Ram, only a FC fan who tells it how it is. That's what Charles Ello says. Oh God, James Corden is set to host match of the day.
No, he's not. No, he's not. How can we go from Gary Lineker to him? No, that's cap. That's actual cap.
This is a good one. Rams, what's your favourite VAR call this season?
Favorite VAR call this season is got to be that Vernon one from Wolves.
That is ridiculous. They didn't even VAR it, mate.
No, that's funny.
That ain't funny. That's ridiculous. He didn't touch it.
That's funny. That's funny. You try to come up with a smart ass question, I'll give you a smart ass answer. By the way, Matty is cap. Is cap. Gary Lineker confirms that. That's rubbish.
Easy answer for me. There's no way in hell I'm picking Salah over Hazard. I love Salah. Do you know what? Do you know what it is for me with Salah and Hazard? I find it very stupid to compare them both. I think they're two completely different players. It's a weird comparison. I don't get people that do Hazard and Salah debates. You're talking about one player that has the outputs and scores a ton of goals, and will be known for scoring so many goals in Premier League. On the other side, you've got this player that was the best player in the Premier League for a number of seasons, was winning won more man of the matches than any other player in Premier League history. A man that individually carried his team to a Premier League title. Not say that Salah hasn't done that because his goals are important, but his overall game is completely different to one of Salah. And I don't like sitting here bigging up Hazard to put Salah down. But for me, I just find it more of a preference thing rather than a right and wrong in this situation. I just think Hazard was a baller at Chelsea. He was unbelievable. In
a sense, I think reason why I give Salah is because in overall right winger sense, inside forward sense, or winger, he can occupy both positions. He's that good. I don't think Hazard played 10, he played left, he played forward. And even though forward wasn't his greatest position, I don't think Salah's greatest position is ultimately playing through the middle. I think you see that Mane plays it more.
than
No,
Salah.
but he has played through the middle.
Yeah, but
he has done well.
I just think Hazard was a genius when he was on it. Some of the goals that he scored, you're not going to see players do that. The way you just like one or two players on him, cut through and put it in the bottom. And he was a clutch. People forget this. He was a clutch player. I know how Salah is as well. He scored many goals, but he used to score so many important goals in big games, clutch games as well. Like it wasn't just about the eye test and the beauty to the game of Eden Hazard. It was the overall ability to be able to do a bit of just everything and to have the ability to entertain people that weren't even Chelsea fans like Hazard. People that were fans that were playing against Eden Hazard were like, no, they hope he has a stinker, because when he turns up on his day, he's unplayable. He was unplayable. You could not stop this guy.
You could say the same thing with Salah.
No, but I think Hazard was more consistent with being unplayable. It was in a different way than what Salah is. What Salah's very good at doing is find himself in the right positions to set himself up to score many goals. And that's what he does. And he is a finisher. That's what he is. He is a finisher. You get him in front of goal, he will score goals.
Well, he's also a very good dribbler.
He is, but he's not Hazard level dribbling in the balance and
but neither is Hazard good at finishing at the level of
No,
Salah.
he's not. He's not better than Salah when it comes to finishing. No way. He can finish. He didn't score enough at Chelsea. He scored goals. He was still in double digits and stuff, but never at the level of what Salah was doing. So again, this is what I'm saying. It's a preference thing. People should pick and choose between what type of player they want in the team. For me, it would always be a player like Eden Hazard, not just because he was a Chelsea player, just because of what he did at his time here as well, and how good he really was. Gary Neville said he's probably easily one of the best Premier League players ever. Like just on what he's seen of him, But we move from that. Hazard is the same as Lampard versus Gerrard. Never going to agree. Yeah, potentially, I hear that as well.
And people say that because of goal contributions at Gerrard and Lampard, there's no debate. Yeah, what you have to remember, Lampard also played 100 more games than Gerrard, 112 more games than Gerrard. So
for his career, you're talking about.
Yeah, so you have to take that into account as well.
Yeah, but he was obviously you got to remember at Lampard's later stages, he was more of a defensive central midfielder than he was a cam, which is what he's original position.
You could also say the same thing with Gerrard.
But Gerrard's always been more of a central midfielder, even when he was in his prime. He was played next to Alonso,
Then he became an anchor in the latter years of his career.
He done it, but what I'm saying is he wasn't Lampard doing it. Like we had Lampard in a cam with Essien and Makelele behind him. Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
like it's like he had
and Gerrard had Henderson, Allen, and Coutinho in front of him.
Well, at one point he had Mascherano as well when he was playing.
In the latter years of his career, I'm talking 32 to 35. He was playing with Henderson, Coutinho, and Sterling.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you smash the likes before you leave. Get this over 100 likes. We've only got 68 likes. So if you haven't hit the like button, make sure you do. We'll be back later today. Leeds versus Chelsea match preview. That'll be set up tonight. Probably around 7-ish, hopefully, we'll be going for. So if you're around, make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you hit the like on that one as well. Leave a comment below as well. Big up to everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll be back later on for that match preview as well, guys. See you all in a bit. Peace out.